5, big 5.
To truly understand what the Drive for 5 means at Lake Travis High School, one must consider what this West Austin area school did to win 4 consecutive Class 4A state championships in football. Cavaliers second-year head coach Hank Carter followed Chad Morris, who followed Jeff Dykes, who got it all started with a win over Highland Park for the 2007 Class 4A state title. Back-to-back wins over Longview propelled Morris to the college ranks of coaching, and Carter got the taste of victory as a head coach with last year's Class 4A state championship win over Denton Ryan. The on-the-field leaders have been at the quarterback position the past 4 seasons. Michael Brewer followed Garrett Gilbert, who followed Todd Reesing. All 3 signed with Division I college football teams at the QB position. Nearly 70% of the Cavalier offense the past 4 seasons had been compiled by the passing attack. Let's fast forward to this season, where Lake Travis had more balance than usual, rushing for 3,502 yards on the ground while passing for 3,521 yards through the air. Cavalier sophomore Varshawn Nixon is only the second Lake Travis running back to rush for over 1,000 yards in the past 5 seasons, joining Chris Idam from the first state title team from LT in 2007. Nixon has eclipsed the 100-yard rushing mark in 7 of the past 10 games and has 1,207 yards rushing coming into the state title game. The 2011 Lake Travis defense might be the best in school history, forcing 31 turnovers coming into their matchup with Waco Midway, a team that had their own stingy defense this season as well. In fact, Midway's defense only allowed an amazing 186 yards per contest through the air. Offensively, Midway has 3 quarterbacks they rotate in, but perhaps their strongest weapon is running back B.J. Kelly, who has over 1,600 yards rushing and 22 touchdowns. The stage is set. Let's take you to Cowboy Stadium in Arlington and see if history is made.
The Lake Travis Cavaliers taking on the Waco Midway Panthers here at Cowboy Stadium in the Class 4A Division I state championship game. The Drive for 5 alive and well for Lake Travis. Let's pick up the action.
Close to 33,000 fans on hand for the Class 4A Division I state championship game. They watched as this game was clearly a defensive battle in the early portion, but the Cavaliers would score the game's first touchdown as Baker Mayfield connected with Griffin Gilbert in the back of the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Gilbert is headed to TCU and is the younger brother of former Longhorn Garrett Gilbert, who transferred to SMU.
I mean, well, heck, it was a broken play. Baker did a great job of scrambling out of the pocket, and he did a great job to where only I could get it, and I told him just throw it up there for me. I'm the tallest guy on the field. I mean, just throw it up there, and I'll go get it, and he did a great job of letting only me get it, and I just tried to go up there and make a play, try to do my job as a receiver. He put it in the perfect spot, though.
Well, coming out on top and getting a lead quickly is it's always important, but when you have a guy that's 6'6" like Griffin, I threw it up to him. I know he's going to come down with it, and if he didn't come down with it, nobody else is, so I trust him, and that just made the difference in the ball game. Came out early, and we just took the lead from there.
Kevin Marcotte would add a 26-yard field goal near the end of the first half as Lake Travis took a 10-0 lead into the locker room. Orion Stewart opened the second half with a bang from Midway as he took this kickoff and showed all of us the Orion Express in motion. Stewart raced 90 yards for a touchdown to cut the Cavs' lead to 3. But Lake Travis stiffened up on defense, though. In fact, the Cavs recorded 6 sacks and 3 interceptions on the day. The game's defensive most valuable player, Jacob Standard, was playing to a very high standard, intercepting a pass and recovering a fumble.
You know, defensively, we knew we did a lot of film study. We knew what we were going to do. We knew how we wanted to do it. And, you know, when you get out there and 11 guys are doing their job in a certain coverage and they do it right and we get pressure on the quarterback, that's what happens. You don't give up any touchdowns and you get, 3 and outs all the time.
We played pretty much a shutout besides that one kickoff return. And other than that, I mean, it was a perfect game for us.
The Cavaliers got a gutsy performance from their junior quarterback, Baker Mayfield, who threw for 276 yards and would extend their lead on a pair of field goals from Marcotte of 33 and 34 yards, building a 16-7 advantage. Lake Travis could feel that history was in the making.
It's hard, but our kids make it look easy because they're unselfish. They work extremely hard and they're smart.
Lake Travis running back Colin Lagasse was the game's offensive most valuable player and even had 210 total yards, including 130 yards receiving through the air on 11 catches. Legas capped off the scoring with a short touchdown run with 4:40 remaining to seal the deal and help put the Cavaliers in the record books with a 22-7 victory. The team wins an unprecedented 5th consecutive state title in football. The Cavaliers improved to 77-3 during this 5-year dynasty.
No one can ever
Well, 5's never been done before in the state of Texas, so it's just crazy for this team to do it. I just want to give all the credit to the team and thank God that he put us on this earth to play this amazing game. That's really an unbelievable feeling, and I've said to everyone that you really just can't explain the feeling that's going on right now. I feel like I'm on top of the world, and I'm sure the rest of the players on my team feel like they're on top of the world. Couldn't ask for anything more and couldn't be more proud of these players.
We just won, we made history. We won 5 in a row, and I had to soak in everything I could since I was a senior, and I had to give it all out.
Every team's superstitious in their own way, but we feel like, if we got to set high expectations because that's what our program's about is, excellence and succeeding at the highest level. And, it's just a goal. We want to get it week by week, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, all the way on 15-0 last week. And then, once we got here, we're already here. Might as well take care of business since we're here. So we try to win the historical 5th straight state championship, and we got the job done. So I'm just really proud of all my teammates and all the coaches and the whole community. So.
We told kids we want to rewrite history, and they did it, So anything they set their mind to, they tend to do it.
Winning 5 in a row is so hard that no one has done it since the UIL has been in existence. And I believe that's somewhere like 74 or 5 years. So that's how difficult it is. And there's been lots of good football programs, and there are a lot of good football programs right now across the state. But no one has achieved this. And this is a special place, a special group of young men and coaches that have been there through the years, because there's been 3 different head coaches that's been a part of this, and they all need to be part, deserving of this 5.
Well, it was the goal that we started off at the beginning of the year. All that hard work really pays off, and we're all relieved that this just happened, and excited at the same time. I don't think it will sink in until a little bit later.
Once again, your final score, 22-7. Lake Travis wins, becoming the first team to ever win 5 consecutive state championships. This happening in Class 4A Division I right here at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. Jeff Power, Max Brett Sports, your leader in online sports coverage.